Hi everybody and welcome to this week's edition of Property Chat. Welcome. This week we're talking about cannabis farms. Stand by. Hi everybody, welcome back to this week's edition of Property Chat, and thank you to all of our new subscribers. Please, if you're watching for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the alarm button and make sure you don't miss an episode. Now, cannabis farms. I'm going to start by telling you a little true story. Some years ago, one of my clients asked me to value a property in the local area. It was a really lovely family home, garage, beautiful new bathrooms and kitchen. He said, what will we get for this for rental? And I said, well, at the time, around about £1,650 per calendar month. He said, that's great. Can you put it on the market, please? So we put it on the market, had a couple of viewings, no takers. And then he called me out of the blue and said, oh, Ken, you know the property we were going to rent out? Don't worry, we found someone that's going to pay 6 months in advance and £2,500 per calendar month. Now for me, this was an eyebrow raise, and I was like, well, really, is this really okay? Are you sure? And I was reassured it was friends of friends, and so ahead went the let with this person that was going to give them all this money. Anyway, long story short, there was a police helicopter actually overhead looking for a fugitive in the local area when his house lit up like a Christmas tree. Because it's heat seeking, of course, what they'd spotted was all the lights for the growing of the cannabis under artificial light. So with that, they went into the property, and of course what they found was the house was completely trashed. It was absolutely terrible, and it cost him £50,000 to reinstate it back to normal. So very, very important that you're not getting a cannabis farm when you're looking for tenants. And so how are we going to avoid this? Okay, let's look at that. Number one, anyone that's offering you above a market rent, you should be worrying about. Why would they be doing that? Number two, anybody that's offering you an upfront rental, you should really be questioning why they want to give you money up front that's unnecessary. Number three, under right to rent, you should be checking their status anyway, but it's more important than ever to avoid cannabis farms. So if you're suspicious about somebody's position that way, even if you're not, frankly, you should be taking a copy passport, and you should be doing thorough ID checks, including running that passport through checks to make sure that they have a right to rent in the UK. That's your legal obligation anyway. And then on from that, what else can you do to make sure it's not a cannabis farm? Well, there are a few things. If somebody moves into a property and the curtains are always drawn, then that's another warning flag that it's possible a cannabis farm is running from the property. Because if the curtains are always drawn, why would that be? We all open our curtains during the day, one would hope, right? Not necessarily always the case, because some busy people just never get around to it, but that's one indication. Another one is lots of grow bags discarded. Obviously that's an indication. The second one would be lots of electric lamp boxes outside the front of the house. That could be another good example. And finally, if you're not sure, then make sure that you go to the letterbox and just open it. If it's a cannabis farm, trust me on this, you will smell it. So really, really important to make sure that you don't get caught out. Very, very easy to think, oh, there's an easy opportunity for a quick buck here. Don't do it. Make sure you think about it really carefully. Hope this has helped and prevents you from being the next cannabis farm. Thanks for watching, and thanks once again to all of our new subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We'll see you next week.